Afternoon, everyone. I am Croy, one of the account managers here at Clear Result, and I will be your moderator or host for this edition of the webinar. So we're going to give everybody a minute or so yet to finish joining, and then we'll get started. Okay, thank you everybody for being patient. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for attending the Potomac Edison Energy Solutions for Business Program Quarterly Trade Ally webinar. As I mentioned, my name is Croy. I'm one of the account managers here. I'm just going to take a run through the agenda. For those of you who have joined the webinar previously, this might look a little different as we're using a different platform today. The other thing that will be different from previous webinars is we're going to be asking a couple polling questions throughout the webinar. We're using a application called Slido that allows us to ask those questions and allows you to provide answers. If you have any other questions outside of what is going on from Slido or the slides, please feel free to use the chat feature and ask whatever questions you may have, and we'll do our best to address those. So just a quick run through of the agenda. I'm going to go through the safety moment here and then program updates. Marcus and Clay will cover those. The Program Ally Recognition Program will be covered by Seth. Building operator training, Melissa will be handling that. And then I'll touch on upcoming events, and then we'll have question and answer at the end. So next slide, please. So go ahead and forward to the next slide for the safety moment. This just, emergency preparedness is.
Who would not even lift her head.
So October is Emergency Preparedness Month. Couldn't be more timely given the natural disasters that are ongoing as we speak. And we just wanted to highlight the need to have like a home emergency kit, or for that matter, a kit in your car as you're traveling as well. There's some links on the right side of this page that take you to resources and give you ideas or tips as to what to do to create an emergency preparedness plan or put a kit together. So I think, as I mentioned, as you know, the events of the past few weeks highlight this is needed now more than ever. So just please use this as you can and stay safe. I'll turn it over to Marcus and Clay for the program updates.
Thank you, Croy, and hello, everyone. I'm sure most of you know me, but for those of you who may not, my name is Marcus Moore, and I'm a senior account manager overseeing the midstream or instant discount incentives aspect of the program. These incentives are offered exclusively at enrolled distributor locations, either at the point of purchase or in some cases as an account credit or rebate check on the HVAC side. Um, at our last webinar, I spoke about some updated HVAC measures that would soon be available via Midstream, and I'm happy to announce that today they have officially been added to our offering. So, new measures include air source heat pumps in excess of 20 tons, Energy Star smart thermostats and room air conditioners, as well as hotel guest room occupancy sensors. We've also added four new distributors to our network: Commercial Green Solutions, Havtech, HD Supply, and United Refrigeration have doubled the size of our previous network of Aircon, AES, Ferguson, and Johnstone Supply. If you ever need assistance getting in contact with one of our distributors, please reach out to me for assistance, and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. Keep in mind that the exact incentive rates may vary per distributor, as some of them may have administrative or processing fees that are taken from the incentive dollars. So make sure you're having those conversations with your preferred distributor before using exact incentives to quote or sell jobs to your customers. Um, on the lighting side, if we can go to the next slide, please. We have increased many of our incentives for high and low bay fixtures, as well as exterior luminaires, which include wall packs, area, and floodlights. There have been increases to both our non-controlled and controlled categories, and the new flyer is linked to the word incentives on this slide. Please keep in mind that standard photocell sensors are on exterior fixtures do not qualify as a control, since most of those are included stock, and it's not expected for those lights to be running during the daytime anyway. Occupancy or multifunction sensors would qualify for those fixtures. We've also added two new distributors to our lighting network: Southern Sourcing Supply and Wind Supply of Frederick. Unlike the HVAC side of the program, lighting distributors should always be providing incentives at face value at the point of sale, as long as you can provide the installation address and account number for the commercial customer that you are working with. You'll also find a link to the latest distributors here on this page. And as always, if you have any questions or need assistance with anything instant discounts, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information will be available later in this slide deck. And that about does it for me. I'm going to pass it to Clay for additional program updates.
Thank you, Marcus. My name is Clay Cummings. I am an account manager for the Trade Allies. And I'm going to go over just a couple of the updates for downstream. Some of the website updates is a new link to the portal, as you can see listed here. And there is also a new website coming. There is going to be an enhanced search functionality, and then also mobile optimization. This is going to be make it much more user friendly for when you're using any mobile devices or tablets. Also listed on the website will be the Energy Champions leaderboard. Now, this is more page specific to trade allies and our distributors that are participating in the program, which we will discuss a little bit later on in the slide deck. There have been a few incentive updates over the last several months or this past year. There was a incentive rate change from that changed on July 8th of this year. Also, any screw-in bulbs and replacement lamps are no longer eligible for incentives. Also, with a new change to lighting, everything must be DLC Premium or Energy Star, so no longer DLC Premium for downstream. Lighting control incentives, they're now calculated based on kWh savings instead of per fixture or per control. Also, with air-cooled air conditioners, they must be at least 20 tons. And then a few things that are no longer eligible through downstream are the air source heat pumps, ductless mini splits, PTACs, and PTHPs. See here, link below, there are a couple links to the incentives for lighting and HVAC. Lastly, some updated paperwork that is for when enrolling or submitting an application. We do require a code of conduct and a participation agreement. Both of these are sent via DocuSign for you to fill out. We also require a W-9. It has to be dated within the last 2 years. Any license or training certificates that your company may have. And then also a certificate of insurance. Now with the COIs, there are a lot of liability limits, different categories, and they are very specific. They are also listed on that participation agreement. Now, if you forget what they are or you have a question about your COI, please feel free to reach out to your account manager. Now, all this paperwork, it is submitted just one time for that one enrollment application that you send. You do not have to fill out or send over all this information every time you submit an application. Again, with the COI listed, there's a certificate holder address, and again, it's very specific. And if you do have any questions regarding the COI, just reach out to us or go to EnergySaveMD@clearresult.com. And then I believe we are going to go back to Croy.
Yes, thank you, Clay. Sarah, if you could start the first polling question. Now you should be able to see this either on your screen directly or in the chat. And the question is, which program or programs below still accept DLC standard? And there should be an option there for you to click on, and you can go ahead and vote. We'll give everybody a few seconds, and then I will give you the correct answer. Okay. Hopefully everybody was able to see the question on the right side of the screen. If you didn't, we apologize. This is something new we're trying. The correct answer to the question, which program or programs below still accept DLC standard, the correct answer is midstream. So with that, we're going to turn it over to Seth, and he's going to walk you through the recognition program.
Hey everyone, I'm Seth. I'm one of the account managers assigned to work with Trade Allies as well. And just like Croy said, we're going to go over the program ally recognition program we call the Winners Are Energy Champions. The purpose of the program, just designed to recognize some top performers within the program. Eligibility. So to be eligible for the program, it's open to all contractors and distributors that serve in the Potomac, Edison, Maryland territory. And it applies to prescriptive, custom, retro commissioning, new construction, all those projects, as long as they're submitted after the 1st of this year. So January 1st was the cutoff. If you made that, you're good to go to participate and be eligible for the program. And then all required program documentation must be submitted. So all the documents that Clay went over, and then the participation and code of conduct, things like that, those are required when you're submitting your applications to be eligible for the program. And then recognition. So just some recognition for the program. You can be featured. You can have a featured spotlight in newsletters. We do have an online leaderboard. We'll go over that here shortly. You can get a badge of participants. Basically, you can just attach that to your name so you can be labeled as a trusted contractor. might help you win some bids, get some projects, get some jobs in the future, just being labeled as a trusted contractor. And we will have commemorative awards and recognition that will be given at events. So like at the end of the year, we're going to have an event, and then throughout the year, like I said, we'll have a leaderboard just to show who's winning, who's doing their best, and some of the different categories we have. So we can go to the next slide. Oh, let's just follow up here. It does say, so the small business direct install and building tune-up closed network providers are not part of the Energy Champions program. So this is not for SBDI and the building tune-up closed network program. You'll have separate updates and a separate scorecard. You can get that directly from the associate program manager, Trish Galise, and her team. So this is not for those two programs. Just wanted to label that. So we can move on to the next slide, please. And so this is our Q2 winners for our 4 different categories. So the first category is our breakout star. The breakout star, this is the lowest cost per kWh saving, and that's going to go to Butterfly. For the second category, this is highest midstream sales. For Q2, the winner was Capital Electric. The third category is most projects, and Butterfly won that one as well. And then the fourth category, the last one, is highest kWh saving, and that one went to Luna Energy Partners. So congratulations to all our Q2 winners. Keep up the great work. We do appreciate it. And then we can skip to the last slide here for the recognition program. And so this is for Q3. These are our leaders so far. We have a close race here at the end, so we do appreciate it. So for highest midstream sales, the winner for Q3, or the leader for Q3 so far, is Aircon Engineering. For most projects, this is our tie. It's a 3-way tie right now between A1 Energy, Capital Electric, and Altus Energy Inc. So we do appreciate that tie. Keep up the great work. See who's going to win that one in the end. Highest kWh saving, the leader right now is Synergetics. Great job. And then for Breakout Star, like I said, Breakout Star is the lowest cost per kWh saving. And for our Breakout Star leader for Q3, that's Certified Energy Consultants. So congrats to the leader so far. Finish strong for Q3 and then get started with Q4. And then to wrap up the Program Ally Recognition Program, scorecards are available. So for the scorecard, it's just easy to read. It just gives you some representation of key metrics. So applications submitted, total kWh, and then also incentive amounts. This can be per month or per year. And if you want to review the scorecard, if you have any questions about it, you can reach out to Melissa Felton. And then also for midstream, if you have any questions, you can reach directly out to Marcus. And then they can go over it, just review everything. So that's it for the recognition program. I appreciate it. And we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Seth. Sarah, if you could go ahead and start the next poll. There it is already. Thank you. So in your in the chat on the right side of your screen, you'll see the next question, which is, what are the 4 Energy Champion badge categories? So you can just click on Vote in Slido. That should open up the options for you. And we'll give you a few seconds to answer. Okay. All right, so the correct answers are Breakout Star, highest kWh savings, highest sales, and most projects. So appreciate everybody answering. And we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Melissa to review building operator training.
Thank you, Croy. For those who don't know me, Melissa Felton, Regional Account Manager for the Trade Allies, as well as run the building operator training, which is what I'll be talking about today. In the next few slides, I'll be going over what is building operator training, who is eligible, upcoming trainings, and how to apply. So what is building operator training? It's one of Potomac Edison's energy efficiency programs, and it actually falls under the retro commissioning building operations sub-program. Potomac Edison offers discounts on training courses that focus on energy efficient design, operations, and building maintenance. Discounts are 80% off training costs, up to $1,500. However, through December 15th, there are a handful of trainings that are being offered at no additional cost. And I have more to come on that on the next slide. So who's eligible for building operator training? Potomac, Edison, Maryland commercial and industrial customers are eligible, as well as program allies attending on their behalf. There is a maximum of 3 trainees per facility once every 3 years. However, if a customer has more than 3 people interested in a training, just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll discuss with Potomac Edison to see if an exception can be made for that. So next slide, thank you. What trainings are available? So first, I just want to point out that trainings are available in a variety of formats, including on-demand, self-paced, virtual, or in person. And a full list of trainings can be found there on the hyperlink. I've provided a snippet of the calendar. These are upcoming virtual and in-person trainings through the rest of the year. The highlighted trainings are the ones that are being offered at no additional cost. Locations for the highlighted trainings will be covered in a couple of slides. So how do you apply for a building operator training? You can either submit an interest form on the website or by clicking the hyperlink on this page, or you could just email me the training that you're interested in. I'll then send you a PDF application to complete. And once you return that to me, I'll review it to ensure that it's filled out correctly and then check customer eligibility. And if eligible, you'll receive an offer letter to sign via DocuSign. And once we have that back, I'll either give you the green light to enroll, or I'll have the course provider enroll you. But just best practice, if you're enrolling yourself, just check to see if any of the trainings have any prerequisites. I think it's Certified Energy Manager has some, so just keep an eye out for those. And then back to you, Croy.
Thank you, Melissa. Should see another Slido poll in the chat. And this one doesn't have a right answer, but we'd like to know which of the building operator trainings would you most want to attend. So please choose your options. We'll give you a couple seconds to select those and submit your answers. And then I'll touch on upcoming events. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here momentarily. Looks like Potomac Edison lighting efficiency training was the winner, next to understanding and optimizing HVAC. So thank you for your responses. Hopefully you enjoyed this aspect of the webinar. We hope to continue using this in the future. So next slide, please. I just wanted to highlight a few of the upcoming events, most of which you see here are building operator trainings and the dates associated with each of those. Like Melissa mentioned, if you have any questions about these and you're not able to find the answer, please reach out. We're happy to help answer any of those questions you have. I'll draw your attention to the last event here, which is the end of the year program Ally Award ceremony, which will be held on the 17th of December from 4 to 7 p.m. at Bulls and Bears in Hagerstown, Maryland. Within a month or so, you'll see an email come out with a link to register for that event. And we hope to see you all there. So this concludes the webinar, and we're going to open it up to any questions you had. Please feel free to ask and give us your feedback as far as what we can do to make these webinars better. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much. We'll look forward to receiving your questions.
We'll give folks a couple minutes to ask some questions. In the meantime, Sierra, if you want to go to the next slide. Here's all of our contact information for the speakers today, and we will be sending out the slide deck probably tomorrow morning. And if you think of any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to us.